What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today's video I am excited to present to you because this one is Marauders number 11 by Jerry Duggan and Stefano Caselli. This book has just been lit. I'm sorry, I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead and gush about it for a minute because you know what? In this video, I'm gonna get to do something I don't get to say very often, but man, I don't even take a whole heap of a lot of pleasure in it. But you know what? I'm gonna take some pleasure in today. I have had to hear this for months on end. Oh, these are the reasons why Kate can't come back. Oh, these are the reasons why. Oh, she's a Neo. Oh, she's an external. Oh, she's an alien. She's a Skrull. She's not really a mutant. And guess what? The answer was more or less about what I said. If you don't know, I'm not gonna bury the lead here because you know, in this video, we are gonna talk about the funeral for Kate Pryde and why the funeral may just be canceled. That's right, we're gonna talk about all of that and how, plus more right now. But first, wash your damn hands and let's hit that intro.
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy.
Before we get started, if you want to see more awesome comic book videos like this one, it only takes 2 clicks to become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers. Click. This book starts out all doom and gloom. This book is literally, they are basically letting you know right off the rip. Man, oh man, it's dire. The situation's dire. We got Nightcrawler penning a letter to Kate, basically a letter that should they ever be able to resurrect her again, that she will be able to read and it'll be heartfelt and she'll know what all is going on. He's telling about the Green Lagoon. He's telling about what's up with Iceman and how Iceman's been taking it so terribly and all this other stuff and just, oh man, it is wild. And of course, they don't have cemeteries on Krakoa, so they're going to give her a burial at sea and they're sitting out there doing the whole shebang. They have pyro, by way of magic, light, her boat with her body in it on fire. She's got the coins over her eyes, everything, the roses and everything in the boat. This thing is played up big time. But things get interesting when Emma Frost goes back to her mansion on the island and there's a bang at her door, and who could it possibly be? It is a character who we have seen, or rather haven't seen, in a while since he recovered from the attack by Sebastian Shaw, and that is Lockheed. Lockheed arrives, and much like I said before, when I was telling people how this was probably gonna break down, he arrives and Emma Frost reads his mind and finds out everything she needs to know. She knows that it's Sebastian Shaw who did all of this. She is ready to put on her shit kickers and go and put feet to ass on Sebastian Shaw. But the thing is, she knows better. She knows she has to compose herself. She knows that she can't just bring these accusations out willy-nilly, even though she has indisputable evidence. She knows she can't just do that because she knows how slippery Sebastian Shaw really is. She knows if she does something, he probably has a plan in place just in case he finds out before she's ready for him to find out, that she knows what's going on. Like I said, Sebastian Shaw, he is no idiot. He may be a slippery, slimy, weaselly motherfucker, and some people tend to forget that he is a very formidable X-Men villain in the past. Nothing's changed here. He is still a boss. We've seen this in how he's been handling humans in other books. We saw this in one of the New Mutants issues where he pulled up on a cartel by himself. He wasn't even scared. He was like, I got this. He's like, I can handle this. I don't care what kind of mutant power dampening bullshit y'all got. I'll handle this. Above all else, that I'm really happy with the fact that it was both Lockheed and Emma Frost that were able to make the next development even more possible. Nightcrawler as well, because Nightcrawler has been kind of put a bug in the ear of Xavier, because as soon as Emma finds out what's going on, she's like, no, we have to try again. We have to bring Kate back. We have to try at least one more time. And while Xavier is telepathically communicating with Emma Frost, he reveals, actually Nightcrawler he's been talking to me and he's softened my heart. I said we weren't gonna try anymore, that the last time was in fact the last time, and we do find out a little later exactly how many times they've tried. Apparently it is up to 18 times. names. And that number is gonna come up, and I don't know exactly if there's something up with that, but there's some stuff there that's probably gonna come up a little later with that. But point of the matter is, the 5, they do the process the same as they always have, but it's Emma Frost who notices something based off what Nightcrawler says. Nightcrawler says maybe she's out of phase. Maybe this is the reason why she has yet for any of her husk to try and break free the egg, because that's the thing. The husk usually tries to break out of the egg first, natural instincts kicking in. They are inside that egg and they are drowning. That is the problem. Kate's body is out of phase. She's not trying to break free of the egg. She is trying to phase through it. But because of the fact she's kind of a lifeless shell otherwise for the most part, her instincts aren't necessarily kicking in the way they normally probably should. And what's happening is she's drowning before she can actually phase through. Emma is able to guide her out. And once she does, we realize Kate is fine. There's nothing wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with her at all. She's not a Neo. She's not an external. She's not an alien. She's not a Skrull. She can't be brought back because she's not a mutant. She just tried to approach this the way she did in life. She wouldn't just open a door. She'd walk through it. And that's what this was all about. She was trying to phase through the egg, not break through it. And Charles is able to restore her up until the point of, I believe, just ahead, probably the beginning of the issue, maybe the issue before where she passed. I want to say that was maybe, oh man, it's been so long. Probably Marauders number 5 or 6. I believe it might be Marauders number 5. The last thing she remembers is Emma Frost giving her a kiss at the Red Keep. So the 5 are taking notes because now they realize, yeah, it wasn't that they were failing at anything. It's just her husks were drowning because they couldn't phase through the eggs because they just weren't realizing they needed to go any further. They didn't have the will necessarily to move forward themselves, or more or less. Now, of course, I brought up the number 18s because we do learn via Egg and Tempest that they have tried to do this 18 times. I don't really remember the significance of the number 18 here in this case. It's probably something that I'm just not thinking about at the moment because, like I said, this is all off the top of the dome. Here, I'm going off the top of the dome knowledge for pretty much everything we're talking about here. But for whatever reason, this number sticks out to Nightcrawler. He doesn't say why, but he seems to know something he's not telling Hope Summers. And of course, even without Emma having to give Kate back all of her memories just yet about what's going on, because she doesn't remember the death because the last time her mind was backed up is when she was at the Red Keep. So yeah, she doesn't really know the full story, but she can already surmise that Sebastian Shaw was the reason why she had died. And now that she's back, she is ready to also put her shit kickers on and put boots to them ass cheeks. So yeah, this is everything I said it was gonna be. Everybody came up with these crackpot theories. Sometimes the solution to most mysteries is so simple and so obvious. Most people spend so much time trying to do all these backflips and all these mental acrobatics to try and come up with these crazy reasons as to why something's going to happen. And honestly, I knew from the jump. I've been reading these books for a long time. They're usually not that convoluted, at least not in terms of what the solution is. The solution is always simple, and a lot of times we build up this headcanon that, oh, it's gotta be this crazy thing. I see a lot of people always complain about how things end, and it's like, oh, well, it didn't end as grandiose as I thought it was, like, because they want these soap opera endings where it's like at the very end of the book, ha ha ha, I am your evil twin sister and I have returned from the car accident that you thought I died in 10 years ago. This is the type of shit people expect, even though they don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it, but this is what you're expecting, because you're in soap opera mode. I thought it was funny because this issue did a lot. It did a lot without even not a single punch was thrown. This is why I keep telling people, this is why I love Cape comics. Superhero comics can always be interesting even without a punch being thrown, because a lot of people always say, oh, I want to see a fight. I want to see a fight. I want to see people beating each other up. No, you gotta have a story to go with that. You can't just have fights. This ain't Dragon Ball Z. But I loved this issue, especially the parts where Xavier is going back and thinking about his first interactions with Kate back when he first met her. It's like, oh, I thought that, I could be your teacher. I wanted to be your teacher, but you wound up teaching me. And even, some allusions going back to, the fact that, recognizing the time where she called him a jerk and how he acknowledges, yes, you showed me who I really was. Even putting respect on her name, saying that if it wasn't for Kate, none of us would even be here because of the events of Days of Future Past, where she basically saved the world. Dude, I just love it. I just think it's a great thing. I think it's so great. And, it just in such a short little note, Xavier has put thousands of years worth of respect on Kate Pryde's name just with that alone. Not to mention, I appreciate the fact that Storm gets some respect put on her name. Remember the character, the secret character from X-Desk, who we've been following off and on throughout, this entire run so far, that had been giving the Krakoan drugs to their mother to, help them with, it was either Alzheimer's or dementia, one of the two, was something was going on, I don't remember. These drugs helped their mother, and we didn't know who this character was, and they were talking about, oh, I may have been compromised because now my opinion of mutants has changed, and you got, X-Desk is probably not gonna want me anymore. And it turns out that Storm, just kind of because of the fact that, they wanted to reach out and thank this person for helping them, because this person actually gave them, the person from X-Desk actually gave them a hot tip on the fact that the Verendi were sending out tainted Krakoan drugs, and Storm wanted to come forward and offer a personal peace offering, a personal thank you, a reward to this person for helping them. Now, just so happens this woman who we know is Dolores, she's all like, oh, yeah, whatever. But then, after she leaves, we also see that, she is gushing over Storm, just talking about how, oh my God, she is so amazing. Oh, she's so powerful. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, she looks like a freaking supermodel. Oh my God, the way she smells like ozone. And when she said that, I was like, I never really thought about what ozone smells like, but I imagine it must be good. She even drops a little tidbit about how, oh, she looks like she's getting ready to go to like some kind of party and meet up with David Bowie or something like that, which is kind of a nod to the fact that back in the day, people used to compare Storm to Iman, who was married to David Bowie. So yeah, I love stuff like this. I love it. I even kind of appreciate how she even points out that, yeah, Storm is easily one of, if not the most powerful person on Krakoa. Why is she not the voice of that nation? She's so powerful and so kind and so nice and such a goddess. Why is she not? And I love stuff like this. I love stuff like this because it's setting things up, because Jerry Duggan didn't put that there willy-nilly. He is letting us know that yes, he recognizes the complaints, the cries of the fans who are like, hey, why is Storm not having a more active role on Krakoa? He gets it. He hears you. I promise you, he hears you. Anyway, I love this issue. I hope you guys loved it too. You let me know if you were on the same page as me regarding Pryde and everything else. Let me know. Wash your damn hands and sound off in the comments. So hey, you made it to the end of the video. Awesome for you. If you enjoyed this video, and if you made it this far, I don't see how you didn't, do me a favor. Hulk smash that like button. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you click subscribe so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers, and tap that bell so you know when I post up. Also, feel free to go check out my Patreon, where if you chuck in $1, you can get early access to most of my videos up to a week early. And if you have time, make sure you swing by nerd901.com, where you can find more of my content as well as other amazing stuff. Anyways, until next time, I love you 3000 plus Ultra!